My name is Tyler Morgan. I live in San Diego, California. I run a medium-sized logistics company that's been expanding fast in the last few years. That meant long nights, frequent trips, and endless stress. But none of that prepared me for what I was about to discover. My wife, Amelia, and I had been married for 8 years. We used to be deeply in love. The kind where you'd wake up in the middle of the night just to make sure she was breathing, where her smile made your worst days seem survivable. But somewhere in the rush of building success, I lost touch. I didn't cheat. I didn't hit. I just got busy. 3 months ago, I hired a new driver. His name was Julian. 26, fit, charming, ex-military. He had that clean, disciplined edge to him, the kind that women notice. But I didn't worry. Why would I? He was just a guy who drove my wife to yoga or picked her up from the salon when I was away. Turns out, he was driving her places I couldn't even imagine. Chapter 2. The gut feeling. It started subtly. Amelia smiled more, at her phone, not at me. She wore perfume even when she wasn't going anywhere. She hummed in the kitchen while making breakfast, something she hadn't done in years. At first, I was relieved. I thought she was finding happiness again, maybe just getting out of that funk that had shadowed our marriage. But a man knows. Deep down, I felt it. Something was off. One night I got home earlier than expected from a conference in Phoenix. Her phone lit up on the table. Julian. I froze. Who texts their driver at 11:47 p.m. I didn't open the message. I couldn't. My heart was already cracking, and I was afraid of what I'd find. Instead, I waited. For weeks I watched. Her stories changed. Her phone never left her side. And Julian, he was different too. Less formal, more comfortable around her, sometimes too much so. Chapter 3. The Confirmation. It was raining hard on a Thursday afternoon when I finally broke. I left work early, claiming I had a migraine. I parked my car 2 blocks from home, walked back through the alley, and entered through the side door. I heard voices upstairs. Laughter. The kind that once belonged to us. I climbed each step like a man approaching his own execution. My hand shook as I pushed open our bedroom door. And there they were, my wife and my driver, tangled in sheets that used to mean forever. She screamed. He jumped up, trying to cover himself. I didn't scream. I didn't punch him. I didn't cry. I just stared at Amelia. Her face said everything. Regret. Guilt. And something worse, affection. Not for me. For him. Chapter 4. The truth comes out. The hours that followed were a blur. Julian left immediately. I didn't stop him. Amelia and I sat in silence. She didn't deny it. Didn't lie. It started 2 months ago, she whispered. I was lonely, Tyler. You were never here. You stopped seeing me. I wanted to yell, to remind her that I was working to build a life for us. But I also knew she wasn't entirely wrong. I never meant to hurt you, she said. I asked the question that haunted me. Do you love him? She hesitated. I don't know. Maybe. That was all it took. The nail in the coffin. Chapter 5. The Aftermath. I moved into a hotel for the first week. Then a friend offered me his condo. The silence of a new place was deafening. No more morning coffee with her. No soft laughter in the hallway. Just memories echoing in an empty shell. Amelia called once. I didn't answer. She texted. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen this way. I responded 3 days later. I hope he was worth it. It was petty. But it was honest. Chapter 6. The Other Side. Weeks passed. The divorce papers were drafted. Mutual assets split. Lawyers handled the rest. Then came something I hadn't expected. Julian reached out. He wanted to meet. Part of me wanted to ignore him. But curiosity won. We met at a cafe near the coast. I didn't plan any of this. he said, nervously stirring his coffee. She was just lost. And so was I. I scoffed. So you healed each other by breaking me? He lowered his head. I won't defend what we did. But I do care about her. That hit hard. He wasn't apologizing. He was telling me the truth. Chapter 7 Closure. The house was sold. Amelia moved into a small apartment downtown. Julian helped her. I didn't fight it. What was the point? I took a solo trip to Montana. Rented a cabin. Spent a week hiking, writing, reflecting. I came to realize something important. Sometimes people don't cheat because they're evil. Sometimes they cheat because something inside them breaks, and they find someone else holding the glue. It doesn't make it right. But it makes it real. I wasn't blameless. I neglected her emotionally. I was always physically present in the world, but emotionally absent at home. That doesn't excuse her betrayal, but it explains the crack that Julian slipped into. Chapter 8 Moving on. A year later, I'm better. I've started dating again, slowly. I'm more present, more aware of how relationships need constant effort, not just stability and income. As for Amelia and Julian, I heard they're still together. Moved in somewhere near La Jolla. I don't stalk their social media. I don't need to. That chapter is over. Some endings don't need revenge. They just need peace. The end.